Okay,
Okay, there we go. I see it. It turned
nice.
black.
Okay, sweet. So I am in Demand Tools, and and like we had talked about, it's on the what do you call that place? The virtual.
Workroom.
Yeah, and so
Okay.
and you just use your credentials, for whatever org that you're working with to get in.
Okay.
Because you've used it before, right? Or no? I can't remember if you've used.
Yeah, but like months and months ago.
Yeah, sure. No, I totally get it. And it's such I don't know. I won't speak ill of it since we're being recorded.
Yeah.
And they
It's
get,
beautiful. Look
and
at it.
and we get it for free, so
Yeah, there you go. Look,
Um,
beautiful user experience.
so the thing that we're using it for in this is to run these duplicate dedupe reports so that Doreen's team, when we do these uploads, can catch any of the duplicates where we may have created a duplicate account, because they didn't want to keep the duplicate rules on during the uploads because of how loose they are, and it would cause more trouble. So that they just decided to do it this way. And so basically, you just go in and you click on the cleansing tools, and this is one of those things where they give you the options up top as well as in the left hand menu, so you can access it either way. You can go here and click on it, or up here and click single table dedupe. So either way, but that's what you're wanting to use, is single table dedupe. And so basically, the interface is a little overwhelming to me. So you can create your own, what they call scenarios, to say, hey, we want to run these reports based off of these certain fields that are matching, and then you can show those fields and which fields do you want to show. So it's kind of the same, kind of like within Salesforce reporting, you have your filters for what you want to base the report off of, and then you have the show fields for whatever you want to be populated. But the easy thing on this is that Elaine already built scenarios, so you don't even have to create anything. You can just go in. Notice here there's a load scenario button, and when you click that, it allows you access into several places. Here's the one catch with this that's really a pain. It's linked to the virtual desktop and all this kind of stuff. Like I can't ever find, like, if I were to save it on the desktop, it would go to my virtual desktop, and I don't ever use that thing. And so where I've stored these scenarios that Elaine did is just in OneDrive, and you'll notice that how slow this is and how clunky. So it's just one of those where, like, you click on it and you wait, and I don't know if this is because DemandTools is slow, or I don't know what causes that, but either way, it's just kind of how it is. And so what I'll do is I'll share with you in OneDrive this folder, so that, so you'll just have it. And whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Open that.
What does CD stand for?
Channel design. Sorry,
Okay.
yeah. My two least favorite words. And I don't know why I haven't deleted. I think what I'll do, I'm going to delete the unnecessary ones and leave just the two that we use. Because when Elaine first did these, they were testing different scenarios, she and Karen were. But it came down to they just used two of them. And so the first one is this org 2. But like I said, I'm going to delete these 3 since we don't use them. So you'll only have the one that says for contacts and one for orgs, because of how FRF's set up, and all the address and phone and stuff are in the contacts for the individuals and not on the individual account page. That's why we had to have 2 different scenarios for that. And so org, and then when you open it, so basically this is a really cool thing, that since Elaine already did these, I've made a few of them and they're not hard to create, but notice what happens when I load that scenario. It will, in a minute, it auto-populates everything for you. So you don't have to go through and say, hey, I need these fields, I need these filters, or whatever. It just does it for you. So this will show you, and again, the user interface, I'm not that fond of. Yeah. So So basically, every possible field in FRF on accounts and stuff or related objects is available to pull into the view over here. But since this was a scenario she had already built, it goes ahead and they're already populated here. So that just makes life easier for us. And so you just go step 1, you load the scenario, and then step 2 is the mapping down here. And so again, once you click on step 2 mapping, this is where you'll see, and you don't have to do anything else here, it's just that this is the matching logic that it's using to find potential duplicates. So it's looking for name and billing cities matches in all of the results. So and honestly, I can't even remember what alpha clean means, or I'm not even sure what transpose. I have no idea if it means that could be last name first, first name last. I don't even know. So
I like
fuzzy. I'm a fan of fuzzy. I am too. So yeah, and so they just wanted to make sure on these for the organizations. Oh, I bet this has something to do with I'm sure if there's maybe one of them has dot inc or inc or LLC or D and maybe it somehow will not base it off of that. It'll look for the main part of the name or something like that. But yeah, so anyway, it's set up already to look for a name and then the exact same billing city. And so if it finds 2 accounts that have the same name and same billing city, it'll populate on this report. So this is, again, nothing you have to do on this. All you have to do is go down to the bottom and click step 3, merge control. And this takes it a few minutes. The org's not so long, but the individuals will take it a few more minutes. And it just processes and is pulling out of Salesforce a report that is finding any of these potential duplicates. So you can see here that it's Walmart's and whatever. It's pulling all of that. And so all we have to do is, you don't have to do anything else except export this data to a file and then save it. And so, and down here at the bottom in this, again, wonderful user interface, you just say export grid details, or data, excuse me, export grid data, and then it gives you a little pop-up where we're saving it as a data file. And so again, what's happening is the way because this tool is residing in that virtual workplace thing, it is going back to the virtual desktop and all that stuff. So what I typically do, this is the only thing I ever use my OneDrive thing for. Maybe I should use it more often, but yeah, as you can see, there are all these different ones. So all I do is go in and then just, I usually just to label it, I would put, I'll just put whatever today's date, 1/18/18, and then org dedupe, just something, so I'll know which one it is and just save it. And
So,
yeah, oh,
sorry.
I hit save too soon, sorry. Yeah, what was
For the OneDrive
Mm-hmm.
folder, did you have to do anything special to set it up, or is it just there because you're in your virtual desktop?
Yeah, so it just shows up. However, sometimes, and I don't know why, but there will be some times where it does not appear, and it just will not appear. That whole day it will not appear, and so I just yeah, I'm just sorry guys, can't save it. I could, well, in those cases I do save it on the virtual desktop and all that kind of stuff and find it, but it just takes so long that it's much easier on the OneDrive. But so to your question, no, you don't have to set up anything. It's just automatically should appear, but periodically it doesn't, and I don't have any clue why. So,
Okay.
yep. So
Good to know.
yeah. So when you're like, Joe, I can't find it, because I've done that to Karen. I'm like, Karen, I can't find my OneDrive. So that was the org one. And again, you can tell it's just more of knowing, which 5 boxes to click or whatever at this point. And I haven't mastered DemandTools nearly enough to understand how this stuff works fully, to be quite honest. I've got to spend more time. But Yeah, so the big thing you don't want to do is though, after you export it, you don't want to be merging any records.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've almost clicked that before. I mean, none of them are checked, so it doesn't really matter, but
Okay.
but so I'm just going to clear scenario, and that just takes us back to this first screen where I'm going to load the contact scenario. And so it's going to be the same steps of I click load scenario, it'll pull up everything where I can get into my OneDrive again, and takes the however many seconds, minutes, forever. Okay, because it does have they have built-in scenarios, but we don't want to use them because they just don't match what we needed. So that's why Lane created her own. So why do I keep doing that? Okay, so there we go. So this time, we used the org one last time, and this time we're using just the contact dedupe scenario.
Does it matter what order we do it or not at all?
It doesn't. It doesn't matter
Uh-huh.
which one. That's a good question. Yeah, it doesn't matter. And so, again, once I loaded that, it auto-populates everything, and yeah, you can see the rules here too. I forgot to show you that. Like, it just shows you, hey, what it's matching on here as well. And so they decided all this different stuff to match on. But all you have to do again is once you've loaded it, there is one thing, and I'm going to update this when I resave it and share it with you because I keep forgetting to do it. All the fields are listed in here that they wanted except for one, and it is the Salesforce account ID.
Okay.
My biggest pain with this is that there are so many options in a tiny little window, and it's like there's no search feature, and so it's like you just have to go through everything, and so
Yeah, and sometimes the little expander options just get you into like a more crazy.
Yeah, it's like because you can only go wider here, you can't even go down, and it's like that's what you really need. But so I just added the Salesforce there, short Salesforce account ID, and it doesn't matter like any of the order of this kind of stuff. They don't care about all that. But yep, so we've got we loaded the scenario, and then we go back to the bottom right again for step 2 mapping. Click that again, and you can see here that they're matching on first name and last name, city and street, and so looks like exact, and then they do have a little fuzzy. I think this allows it to be a little
Fuzzy.
misspelling. Yeah, fuzzy. All right, and so I'll go now to step 3 merge control, and it'll do its thing again. So this one usually it's bigger, so it takes it a little while longer, and then because it's got 500,000 records or so. So I'm gonna do the same thing as just I'll once it's loaded, then I'll export the grid data again and save it in OneDrive.
Okay.
So as you can see, it's really not a ton to it once you just know where to go on the screen. Yes, JD. I know. The other cat's in, JD. Sure. Yeah, Sure Bear has not. She must still be sleeping. I haven't seen her today. That's strange. Normally she's been bothering me for hours by now.
Oh God, Share Bear!
Stop it. I'm glad I have my headphones on and not just in the computer because she'd come running. She heard her name. So this will eventually. This tool usually works. Like I've only had a couple times where it would like lock up or whatnot, but it's just slow. So I think you don't have to worry about it not working though. Oh, excuse me. I just remembered. Do they have Publix grocery stores down there? I can't remember.
Yes, they do.
I love Publix. And Wednesday here, I don't know if it's everywhere, but it is $5 sushi day. And
what?
Yeah, they have really good sushi too. Like it's a legit guy right there making it. And so
oh my gosh, I didn't know it was $5.
Yeah,
They definitely have like the fresh sushi down here
Yeah. Oh, I bet it's really good down there. Yeah, you'll have to see. I don't know if it's just a local thing or if it's everywhere, but it's.
too. I love sushi.
Oh my God, I can't wait. I I take a 20 and just go at it.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
yum,
It
yum.
was the one thing that was like so painful for me to give up when I was pregnant. I was like,
Oh
no,
yeah, I didn't even think about
40 weeks without
that.
sushi. You
Oh,
gotta be kidding me.
oh my gosh. Oh, that's painful.
It was bad. It was bad. I
Yeah.
mean, I was at the point of tears. I was like, you don't
Oh.
understand. I love it.
Oh my gosh. It's awesome. Oh, we're loaded. Yay. So,
Yay.
okay. So, export grid data again, and then save as data file.
Okay.
And we'll do the same thing going into OneDrive. And
And so you already sent
hmm,
all these files to Ian, right?
yeah.
Okay.
So, nothing
Or
we have
just
to
two
do.
files, I guess.
Yeah, these two. And so, and then again, I just like always just put a date just so I can find it. I just put a date. And,
Is this in a shared folder? I don't think you can go that deep, it looks like.
No, this one's just in. Yeah, I don't think I've. Yeah, I don't think it's in a. It's not in a folder in there, so I don't think I can share it. But I don't know. I never mess around with OneDrive very much.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, because I think I've just been dumping them in there without a folder, and so this thing is. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to get into OneDrive. It's like, man, we're locked up.
Oh no,
Yeah,
you're right.
but not that it really matters if it. I mean, since we've done it. Okay, there it is. And you can. It does give you the link to go directly there, but half the time when I try that, it doesn't. So that's why I typically won't even. It'll because I think of that virtual desktop, it'll lock up or whatever. So oh no, that's what it is because it opens it up in that Excel online or whatever, and then you can't say anyway. It's a pain. So it's just better just to save it. Yeah, and then, but yeah, so I haven't put it in any of these. I need to. This is that CD scenarios. No, wait, what? Uh, why did I have all these other ones? Anyway, I'll clean this. I'm going to make a new folder with those two scenarios, and then I'll share it with you. So you've
Okay.
got that, and then you don't have to worry about the extra ones. Yes, JD, I agree. So, but yeah, that's really all there is to it. So as long as the machine's working or the system is working properly, it doesn't take very long to do it because all the works Elaine did a year ago and all that stuff. So we just get to reap the rewards.
Okay. So I'll give it a try when you